Hello, my name is Eliyahu Holly, and this program is called Initiatic Codes of Empowerment. Okay? Now, as you may be able to tell, I'm not in an exactly a usual physical situation. I'm what's called, for better or for worse, a quadriplegic. Because when I was 17, I had a diving accident and I dove into a swimming pool, which I was working at as a lifeguard, and it was relatively shallow water. Didn't pay much attention to the dive. I was trying to impress this girl in a yellow bikini, and so anyway, I dove in and I hit my forehead. My head went back, and since the age of 17 and a half, I am, mostly paralyzed. I have some use of my left arm and my shoulders, so on and so forth. And I have a wonderful life, a beautiful life, to my total surprise. Lots of friends, meditation groups, and most of all, my beautiful wife and my beautiful child, Daniel. Things I never expected, but they've come to me. I've attracted them by law of attraction, as Abraham talks about. I've attracted them because I've learned to work with sacred codes of empowerment. Okay? Now these codes, when you're in my situation, you need to find power to live. Now I'm 47 years old. Most people don't think I quite look it, and which is nice to hear. And if that be so, it's because very much of my meditation and the codes of empowerment that I've discovered, and they've given me power for life, a power to fulfill my dream in many ways. I came to Israel from New York, got into meditation, like I said, and built a beautiful life, a beautiful home we have here. So that's enough about me. I'd like the whole world to know about these codes of empowerment, so you could have the power to live wonderful lives. And so some of the codes I will be come from the teachings of great teachers, well-known teachers that I've adapted in my own way, perhaps. And I will be discussing their discoveries. Some of the codes are my own discoveries, which as far as I know, no one else is familiar with, and I would love to share. So I'd like to begin with something that Greg Braden, the great Greg Braden, discovered about the Tetragrammaton, the ancient name of God, with the 4 Hebrew letters Yud Hey Vav Hey. Okay, some people say Yehovah, some people say Yahweh. In the Jewish tradition, it's forbidden to express this name. People say that only the letters, and even then, they may not. They may be even afraid to say the letters of the name, which is very interesting. And not only in the Hebrew tradition is it forbidden to say this name. So Braden realized that these 4 letters, the Yud Hey Vav Hey, are built from 4 consonants. Okay, consonants, not vowel sounds, but consonants like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth. He said that the consonants are what divide each language. Okay, all languages have the vowel sounds in common. The A, E, I, O, U. We all have that in common. And in all traditions, the vowel sounds are the holy of the holies. But the consonants separate us. They separate our languages, which is such an important thing, and they separate us from each other, so we can't speak the same language because of the consonants. What he rediscovered was the ancient practice of chanting the vowel sounds, which comes to this. I'm going to do it now. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. What I've just done, what I can feel the energy of that. It's so beautiful to me. What I've just done, that pronunciation, that way of singing it, is actually one of the versions of the Yud Hey Vav Hey. I only sang vowel sounds. I didn't use any consonants. And Braden addressed some rabbi. He said about the forbidden name of God, the Tetragrammaton. He said to him, well, how would it be if somebody were to just chant the vowel sounds? And is there anything that is forbidden in such a practice? And of course the rabbi said, well, no, of course not. So this is it. No consonants. Just using what all languages have in common, what all people have in common. The sacred E, and if you notice, all of the vowel sounds are there. The E, A, O, U. The first part is Yao. Okay, E, A, O, U. It's all there. And then the second part is you make your mouth wide, and you go from that final U to A. Okay? Yahweh. When you go from that U, so I see two like waves in this chanting, the Yao and the Way. Okay? When you go from that U to the A, something like a W sound naturally forms. And there you have an expression of one of the versions of the sacred name of God. Again, Yahweh. Now, what I notice about the Yahweh is it begins with the point, with the E, okay? And then it goes to the Ah, Yah, which is a sacred name of God, Yah, okay? I find the Yah to represent how shall I say it? A star model, a star map, or a recreation of the beginning of the universe, actually. It's a retelling of the beginning of the universe. The E represents the singularity, the single tiny point that sort of does the Big Bang and then becomes all that is. It's that Yah which recreates the Big Bang. And that's why it's the name of God. Because in sacred language, the word and the sound is the name of the thing. So the name Yah is actually the retelling of the process of creation, that Big Bang. So that's a very dramatic beginning. And then you go into the O-U, okay? The Yao, starting with an O and then coming into that U, okay? Now the O, in esoteric tradition, represents the sacred darkness. It also represents movement. Now I'm going to chant an O and see if you can feel a sacred darkness being expressed. See if you can feel movement and power being expressed. So here we go. Oh, oh. Can you feel something like a sacred darkness, like movement? I feel tremendous movement and tremendous mystery in the O. Incidentally, in esoterica, the O, like I said, symbolizes what I just said, and the Ah symbolizes the light, and the Ah is considered the life sound, okay? So, here we go again. Yow. Now the Oo. The Oo is the form sound, okay? If you notice, the Oo is like one O which is extended, and that makes